Hi, this is JF from Cataclysm, and we are here on Metal Meme Mix.
Hello, everybody. Today I am here joined by a very legendary musician from the metal world, um, Jean-Francois, if I'm pronouncing this correctly, from the
Actually,
legend.
yeah. Jump. That's why a lot of people get it wrong, but you got it right. I think
Oh, yeah.
the Latin accent makes it perfect.
Oh, perfect. I was a little bit nervous about that one. So I'm joined here by the legendary guitarist from the band Cataclysm. So how are you today?
I'm doing awesome. It's kind of exciting to talk to you guys about the this upcoming show. We are excited about it because we we haven't been playing a lot this fall. That's the only show we're doing. And the last show we played was Hellfest in France, and I haven't seen the boys since. So we're all gonna meet up in Mexico, and we're gonna have a good party and a good time on stage. So it's exciting for us to go play that
Oh,
perform.
that's really nice. Yeah, that's really cool. I'll be there, so I'll be rocking
All
with you
right.
guys for sure. Well, since you have mentioned Mexico already, I wanted to ask you, I know you guys have been in Mexico a few times before in the
Yes.
past. Like you've been playing for so long that it would be impossible for you not to have played in Mexico before. Actually, I saw you live when I was like 15 years, I remember like perfectly. And I wanted to ask you if
Mhm.
there's like a memorable moment of you guys in Mexico.
Well, the first time I was in Mexico was in 1995 for first album Sorcery. I was 19 years old then, or 18, a long time ago. And I got this first tattoo made in Mexico,
Oh,
the logo of the band. And that's a good souvenir for me because it was our first time playing the country. And I think back then things were not organized as good as they are today. It was a little rough. A lot of crazy stuff happened, but it's a good memory in my mind. Um, Being in Mexico, and ever since, every time we go back there, I'm excited to go back. The fans are awesome. I find like the the, the metal fans in Mexico, they really have metal in their blood and their heart, and you can feel it every concerts you play when you meet everyone. Like they're so excited and they're so happy that you're there playing for them, and to greet them and meet them or whatever it is. And it's really exciting to see for me because to me, I grew up with metal, and it's in my heart. It's almost like a religion. It's a way of life, and I find when you get to Mexico, people are the fans are sharing that vibe with you, and it's really beautiful to see.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know the fans here are something from another world. Actually, I've been talking to a few bands in the past, and the fans, it's always a huge topic from Mexico. Like some people thrive with this like very crazy energy. Some other people are like, oh, what should I do with this, you know? But it's really cool that you appreciate this because yeah, it's something. I don't know if you can find this kind of fandom in any
Mhm.
other country, like this
I mean,
craziness.
like if you think metal, I think most of us are the same. Like if you go to Europe or Australia or Japan, like if you're a metal fan, you're really into it usually. But I find like if you go somewhere like Mexico, like people are in really into it, but they want to show you that they're into it, and it's really awesome. There's other places like are kind of like that as well. Like say if we go to Germany or Spain or France, like you'll get some really crazy people that are gonna support the show. But Mexico has a special place in my heart for sure.
Amazing. And also the tattoo thing, that's a first one. Like I've never like the fact that you said that this tattoo you got in Mexico, that was really cool for me.
Well, I mean, it's my first tattoo. It's not the best tattoo I have. A lot of because I got a lot of other ink on my body, but and the guys are always like, if you want, I can cover this for you. Like, don't worry, nobody's gonna see it because it's kind of faded and it's poorly done, maybe in a way, but I don't want to get it erased because it's a memory for me, and I wear it proudly still, and I don't want anything over it. But it's it means a lot to me.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. So, well, for my next question, you guys have been playing forever. So I know I've done this question before, and there's always a different answer to this. But I wanted to ask you,
Mhm.
what do you think for you it's a factor to be like a band for so long? Like, what makes a band stay together and play for so long?
I mean, I like kind of like we talked about the fan thing and metal in general. It's when you grew up with this. I think when you're playing in a band and you're having such a good time every time we have a good time every time we see each other as band as people, and we enjoy what we do, and for us it means a lot. So it's weird, like when we started the band, like we were talking to label people, and some really I people in the industry told us like enjoy it now because like this might last like 5 years, and maybe your band's gonna be gone in 5 years. You never know. And then here we are like 35 plus years later, and we never really set the time limit about when we were gonna quit or slow down or whatever. But I know we haven't been doing as much in the last few years as we used to in the past, but we still, like, I think none of us could say, "Hey, let's quit." It's like it would be something that we miss. Like it's a part of our life. We've done this almost all of our life, pretty much since we were teens, and it's just it's in ourselves. It's in our blood, and I find like writing music for me is very therapeutic, and I enjoyed that a lot, that process. And then going out on the road and seeing the fans every night and just having a good time with the guys. I mean, I would miss it too much if we were to quit now. And I know we're getting older, we're still able to do it, so why not enjoy it as long as we can? And I mean, there's no rule. Like if one day we wake up and we don't want to do it anymore, or it's boring, or it's too much, or it's too hard on our body because we're aging and it's getting harder, then maybe at some point we'll say, hey, let's maybe do less touring, maybe just do a bit of festivals here and there, and once in a while maybe write a song. Or I don't know what the future holds, but I think as long as it's fun and we have that energy together, I think why not keep on playing? Might as well enjoy it.
Oh yeah, of course. I absolutely feel you on that one because as I told you before, the first time I watched you guys live, I was like 15 years old here in well, I'm in León, Guanajuato, but this was in Guadalajara, and I'm still in love with this kind of music. And it's very different from other genres of music. Speaking of this specifically, like it's something you have like in yourself, like it's like a
Yeah,
tattoo, for example. It's something you just don't let go. Maybe you then start listening to other kinds of music and stuff like this, but you never stop loving heavy metal. So
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
really cool answer.
It's something. Once you jump in it, it's there for life.
Yeah, yeah. It's very engraved. So I don't want to take a lot of your time. So this is my last question. This I always ask,
Mhm.
and since you guys have been playing forever, what is the craziest or most bizarre thing that you have lived on this metal road?
Oh man, I saw so many things. I was like, I don't know. There's a lot of crazy things that happen. I don't have an experiment, an example. I mean, I something that a funny one. We were crossing. Um, okay, the story goes that we were in Holland playing a show, and the next show was in the UK. And our tour manager comes in the bus and is like, "Quick, guys, we have to get rid of all this drugs before we pass to the UK." And we had like a bunch of weeds, like muffins and stuff to smoke and edibles. And we're like, "Okay, all right." doing all that, and we got rid of the evidence. We got to the UK and we're trying to cross the border and nobody knew their names. We're like, and Mauricio got real sick. He puked all over the floor, and
Oh shit.
people were like, "What was?" I don't know. It was just a really chaotic thing, and it's engraved in my mind as a cool thing, a cool crazy thing that happened. There's so many other situations I could have chose to talk about, but that was a good one.
Yeah, yeah. There's always something that pops like, oh, this time this happened. I know, I know. Well, thank you so very much for your time. I had a blast talking with you because it's a honor for me as a fan of heavy metal and as a musician as well to interview you guys since you're a band I've been listening for more than 15 years. So this was really
Okay,
cool. Thank you
very
so very
welcome, and
much.
was a pleasure.
And see you in exactly 1 month in
All right,
Monterrey.
see you there.